Alright, let's try this again. There we go, chat's finally sorted itself out. Right, now it should be sorted. Now it looks like everything's working. I always forget I've got to reset my router before I stream each time. Otherwise it just does not do it. So I know it's a bit of a late night stream this, but it will do. Spread's probably a bit big for this field. There's Simulation for the Nation. Thank you very much, Godfather. Oh, you guys are too kind. I'll take you for a look around certain bits and show off certain aspects. I've got a first look coming out tomorrow. Probably noonish, I'll aim for. I just got to finish editing it. So I'm just going over fields where I used a seeder without the fertilizer built in. Making me blush, yeah. There's a little bit. I'm hoping I get good things from this. No worries, simulation. So I'm not a bit wide, straight for the edge. I can say this sprayer is a bit big for this field, particularly. Those CG farms. I haven't streamed in 2 months. I think January was the last time I streamed when I put Penberlin Deluxe into Giants and I wanted to show it off a bit. That was the last time. And yeah, I failed testing, and I'm just trying to get my work out to the community now, basically. So I've opted for FS UK release. I ain't fussed about the money or any of that. Well, Godfather, it'd be nice just to at least place in this competition. I don't care whether I win it or not. It's just a... I find competition's a good way to get my work out. If I haven't got a deadline to meet, my work's all over the place. It's like I've got 3 or 4 maps which I could potentially work on and get released, but I end up getting bored of a project, moving on, and everything like that. Probably not the best way. Yeah, I haven't seen you stream for quite a while. That's been a while. I think the schedule's getting a bit packed. I do late night, like on the radio. Here with Dusty Dave, After Dark. Sounds a bit ominous, that does. So you get to see some of the map anyway. I'm currently mid-spring on the map. If you wonder why I got so much money in now, I got creator tools on. This is just it's my save game / testing. So I've been spending all my spare time on this map. Night owl shift. So this map's taken me 4 months, and in the month of November, pretty sure it was November or December. I think it was December. I didn't even touch anything to do with the map. That whole month I didn't touch it, so 3 months it took to build this one. That's why I didn't think I was going to get done in time, but I did. Fence 724 with front loader. Oh look, front loader right in front of it. You know me too well, all too well. This is the cow area. I'll give you a little quick sneak peek at the cow area. Cheered in some slurry. I like doing slurry on this game, so that's the house where you start, just down there. So this is the inside of the cow shed. Now before anybody says anything, I know that isn't straight. This is meant to be bigger here, so you can turn in. See now, simulation it's just bang on it. Got a little bit of slurry left in there. Yes, there is a 1050. It's up at the arable yard. Yeah, so that's simple. Very simple car area. I haven't overcomplicated anything here. Although I have picked up on little bits like this. It's not too good, that. But hey, there'll be an update afterwards. So, and there's the 1050. All nice and dirty. She's been doing a lot of seeding. A lot of seeding. Hello, Gamer Dragon. Oh, I didn't expect to draw in this many people this time of night. You're all night owls. All of you. Oh, Saturday nights. About this time might become my regular spot. I think I've had more views this time of night than when I was doing it at 3 o'clock. So, Class A 939 Black Beauty. That's why I was spraying, because I've been using that one. I've got a fertilizer function. We got a grain trailer there. We got the Horse Joker. I love that thing. And you got 2 plows, the Raptor and the in-game one. And you got the Horse 12 meter carve on that. And you'll see this in my first look as well. That this yard does have room. If I can come up a bit. There is room here for the straw add-on. In fact, the yard looks kind of empty without the straw add-on. Poor placement has it there, but I will take a drink. Oh. Oh. Jeez. This is what you get for when you haven't streamed in such a long time. Sore throat. So I went with more of a commercial look on this yard, rather than your standard, you know, shed you can tip some grain in, or your standard silos you can tip into. I went more on the commercial route, as you can tell by the weighbridge in and out. And we got Oxygen David sheds there. What have we got in here? That's, as you may have seen from the trailer earlier, that's starter, that's starter, that's starter. And that's a little treat to myself. Honestly, I think the last time I used the 1090 was when this game first came out on Goldcrest. Got anything in here? Oh. Yeah, we ain't got anything in there. Oh, wrong way. Hey there, Agri. 12 minutes in. Yeah, I had this cold over Christmas, and it's almost like my body hasn't recovered from that. And I've quit smoking, so you know, maybe smoking is good in a way. Let's get back to what we was doing here. Yeah. So I was going to start earlier, but I was a bit hungry, so I ended up having some food in that first. Oh, I could have gone down through the gateway down there. I can't remember. I built this thing and I can't remember which field connects to whose. Yeah, this is my own map. It's for the Mania competition. This isn't very good, is it? Cracked out the Pantera and I already sprayed all the big fields off camera. So now you're joining, looking at it thinking, what's this idiot doing, spraying a field which you can do in pretty much one pass. Cheat a little bit. So you know, one thing that is a bit of a pain is the fact, because I'm a modder, I didn't really play the game that much. So I've got Proceed and GPS. Kind of know how to use GPS, kind of know how to use Proceed, but I never really delve into being able to you know, play long enough to actually learn how they do. Yeah, I like the dual carriageway. It's kind of the centerpiece to the map. Everything was built off of that. The overpass was the very first bit of this map to go in. Dusty Cove on console. I get asked this quite a lot. I think I'd do quite well out of it if I could, but the way giants are, I'm going to say no. And it's through no fault of their own. You know, they've got to be strict. But the amount of work that will go into if I haven't got much on, then I will sure as hell give it a try. Oh, hang on a minute, still got that one there. I wonder if I can cheat this. Yes. I know I didn't put trees in this area for a reason. See, now that comes at a massive cost. I love the big open views across the map because there's nothing more than I love on Farm Sim than seeing for miles. But the amount of damage that does to optimization, which is what everybody moans about when the map stutters and doesn't work properly. You can't have your cake and eat it, I'm afraid. Oh, is that the saying? I don't know. FS19, maybe if I act fast enough. Maybe when giants are slacking a little bit on the quality control of that and they're desperate for maps to be on console, I will try and sneak Dusty Cove through onto console. Bit of a crafty way of going about it. Yep, small, large equipment. This map suits it all. Oh, thank you very much, Fabio. Hey, farming boy. Yeah, it's just typical that I'm using this big of machinery in the small fields when I've already done the big fields. So, I think the funny thing about this is you start with field 16. I've bought a load of fields on this, but you do actually start with field 16, and I think that's the biggest arable map, field on it. And it comes seeded, but because I'm using seasons, I had to plough it. Ploughed all of that with the Raptor and the Massey 7726. Judged that wrong, didn't I? So this is where Proceed would have come in handy. How I got my name Dusty? Well, when I first started modding, I thought I need a good nickname. Really, you know, I don't want to go using my real name all over the place. And as a job, I'm a bin man. And what do I load all day? I load a dust cart. And this time of year, especially when people have coal fires, for the people that still do have coal fires, get a lot of dust. And one day, a bin of ash that we used to tip for an old woman, I kind of dropped it as I went to tip it, and dust went everywhere, and then it kind of took off, and I remembered that when I wanted a modern name, and I thought, yeah, why not? I reckon seasons will be standard on FS19. I mean, as far as I know, it was, I don't know whether it was the big boss man, you know, but whoever the lead is of, why am I going this way? Oh, I'll show you the main town. So, yeah, as far as I know, the big boss man of Giants, you know, the CEO, whatever he is, he loved seasons that much that he wanted to put it into the game standard, hence why this game has now got it like, you know, they adapted the game for it to be on consoles. So I can only guess that his passion for seasons will pass into 19 and is going to come standard, I would have thought. No, I have not heard from Lancyboi in a while. He commented on FS UK to me, probably back in February, I think that was, but nothing else. Mod Mania 15th. 15th of this month, Thursday coming, is when all the mods will be released, or scheduled to be released. So this is the main town. Take it down to my, just like on Dusty Cove, you know, I had that nice car park. Wow, I've done it again. Look at this for a car park. And it's even got direction arrows in it, look. Shares the same prices as West Coast, mind you, but... Ooh, lump of gold. Yeah. So this is your car park. It's a very rich car park, there's gold everywhere in it. I say there will be a first look video out tomorrow, so keep your eyes out on my YouTube channel for that one. And you got a building site there. Me and my car parks. Yeah, I do love building car parks. A map. Most people say maps ain't complete without like a pub or something like that. Mine ain't complete without a car park. So there we got a load of roadworks down there. That's your placeable area and your sawmill. I'm trying to think what other fields I haven't done. Yeah, canola fields, I haven't done them. Hey, big bass slayer. And that's the, I'll just pull off the road here a minute. Hopefully the traffic can still get by. So this is the boating lake. Look at that. Come down here and eat your sandwiches. Maybe in some update I'll have a animated ducks swimming around. Yeah. So this is one of your forestry areas. Now, I've been criticised in the past, especially by VF. I know he's a forest fan. About me not putting enough detail into the forest area and all that, so I'm hoping he'll be happy with this one. You know, I've spent a lot more time sorting things out. I've even put roads in it, for God's sake. And you can also sneak in this way. That road there where I was on just a minute ago. "21 people watching, jeez." I'm breaking my own records here, late at night. And as I say, that drops back down to 19. Are there any Easter eggs you have hidden away? No. No, I think I tend to use random objects for my coordinates on my PDA items. But I deleted them back out again this time. I wanted to make the file size as small as I possibly could, so I deleted them back out this time. But on Dusty Cove you may find wheelie bins in weird locations. And also a flower pot. A weird flower pot just for coordinates. Did I just... I did, didn't I? Oh dear. So I built this map and I don't even know where I'm going. Ah! There's Lancyboi, look. I was wondering where you have been. You coming back anytime soon? I have missed you. It's been a while. Working on maps now. Whoa. There it is, confirmed. I forgot how much of a headache it is. Ever do a map set near St. Just or Camborne? Well, I don't want to go saying too much right now, as I've only done the DEM for the map, but nearly St. Mawes, is that good enough for you? Is that close enough? Well, technically it's on the way to St. Mawes, it's not actually St. Mawes. But yeah, I might do. There's not many maps that will be coming across for me to FS19. Dusty Cove. And depends how this one does. I'm hoping it'll get a good reaction. It's been my most favourite map to build. A bit early. As long as it's relatively Cornish. Oh, yeah, it'll be Cornish, alright. So, I don't think I'll be doing Vent and Win remake for this one. I think I'm going to start from scratch in FS19 for that. How many hours? Ooh. Honestly, I do not have a clue. Not even to guess, I wouldn't have a clue. Let's say on average, from about 5 o'clock, I'd start. And finish around 10ish. So you're talking 5 hours there. I'd say, like, so, yeah, considering I didn't do anything for a month on this. Say, on average, say about 5 hours a day for 3 months. Yeah, that's good. So I was looking forward to seeing Latin. Yeah, it looks a nice map. I like the detail you've put into that one. Yeah, it's been a hell of a lot, Chris. Hell of a lot of it. A micro map. Smaller than my Penn Berlin map? Ooh, been there, done that, Cornish. Not good. That's why every night when I finish, I'll save and I back up to 2. Yeah, 2 USBs. Well, there's technically 4 copies because the one on my main hard drive, which then gets backed up each night onto my second hard drive, and then I put a copy onto 2 USBs. After a few corruptions and all that, you end up getting a bit paranoid when you've put so much work into a map. Smaller than Pen Berlin. Jesus. I look forward to seeing it. Loads of detail. Ideal. "20 fields. I'm swinging wide again. Yeah, it'd be nice to get some more smaller maps, really. So then you got, you know, with Matt's Classic DLC coming out and everything. Nice small maps suit that kind of machinery quite well. Okie dokie, Lindsay. Oh dear, Cornish. Yeah, that's it. Some people, they like to have a smaller map. Or they don't mind a big map, but with small fields, so they can blast through the fields. You know, they got a spare couple hours. They can blast through it easily. My main problem is, I get onto, you give me a blank map and I just can't help but fill it up. They ought to do 1x1s. Limit me down a little bit. Yeah, Kendall was a big hit. Saying of which, I don't know whether Nathan knows, but Shy Wizard used Kendall as an example in one of his tutorial videos a few weeks ago. Can't remember what it was for. Animations, I think. Was it animations? Oh, I can't remember now. I only watched it the other day, but I can't remember. Doing real life DEMs is actually so simple, it's unreal. Problem is that I tried to follow a couple on FSUK and I got the grasp of it and all that, but I'm more of a kinetic learner of learning by watching and then doing. So managed to find a tutorial on YouTube and I used that. I found that a lot easier for me to follow, and yeah, I skipped ahead on bits which I already kind of knew already, but yeah, 20 minutes depends how careful you are. So now I screwed mine up in a way for my new map, because I took the area, and obviously when you do the Google Earth bit you get the white lines from the area that you're taking it from. I didn't do mine quite straight enough, so when I was downsizing it for the PDA, then the white lines are still on there, you know, and obviously that causes mountains in the map. That wasn't really an issue, you can smooth that out. But the main issue was the fact that I can't use now the PDA, that Google Earth image, to put onto a map as the real life PDA like Oakfield's got. So do I start again on the DEM or do I just leave it? That's what's been going around in my mind. Do I leave it or do I redo? Kind of want to redo, really. The only problem is, if you did want to Bodmin more, is when you got the shops and the sell points and everything, there's nothing on Bodmin more. You have to do like a random farm shop in the middle of somewhere. You could use a pub as a sell point. That's why I've got like the top up there. Look, I missed bits. So, I got anything near? We'll take this. We'll stick our beacons on, why not? Yeah, so you gotta, you have got to make sacrifices to a DEM map, which takes away from real life for the playability of the game. You know, like BGAs and things like that. Yeah. Fine, I was just talking of Nathan, and now Nathan's turn. What is it? Everyone's ears burning tonight or something, are they? No worries, simulation for the nation. As I was saying about a couple of minutes ago, Nathan, I don't know whether you know that Shy Wizard in his last video used Kendall as an example in one of his tutorials. I can't remember what he was doing on it, but oh, how do I add sugarcane? He added sugarcane to Kendall. That's what he did. Yeah, that was his last tutorial, how to add sugarcane to a map, and he used Kendall for it. All the lower tier mappers. Yes, all us lower tier ones. Begging on the scraps of the giants of the modding world. So I'll show you this area. You can see there is a first look coming out tomorrow, but I'll give the game away now. So here's the stables. You got a little paddock there, not owned by anybody, not marked as a field. You can mow, do whatever you want in that. You can make bales in there, and then this is your sow area, right here. But the key bit is the trigger comes out to here. So if you're using the bale chaser, you can tip out here. You don't need to be underneath the shed for it to sell. We're one of the gods here. I don't think I'm a mapping god. I am far from that. I'm a lazy mapper. A very lazy mapper. Okay, I said in Landy's stream earlier that this series has like an implement camera. Apparently not. Only on the plough. So it's got a plough cam. Thank you very much, Nathan. No, that's it. None of us here do any modelling or anything like that. You know, if we did our own models, that would rank us up a bit. So that's your sell point. Hidden away underneath her. Although you may be interested to know, one of my targets is to get equipment under my belt in FS19. So coming the last months of this game, I won't be playing it. I won't be releasing any maps for it. I'll be working on a DEM for a map for the next game, for the next one. Just a DEM. I'm not going to put any models on it. There's no point. Where am I going with this? So I'm gonna spend a good month learning Blender. So should be interesting. Can't wait to play this map. I can't wait to play your map when it's out. We should just exchange links. Wink wink. So this is the moorland. You can do some grass mowing up here. Doesn't really matter. People going for a walk along the moor. But I thought rather than pack the map out with a thing, with fields, I put just like a, it's not even really a point of interest. It's a map filler. Haven't got the time to fill your map full of fields? Put a moorland in it. But then isn't a right touch in an area like this because we'd get a bit of moorland. Oh, it's not the best moorland, far from it. But when I had more pressing matters of trying to get all these 60 fields done and everything like that, then yeah, it was a bit hard. Texturing. I see you've been working on some texturing. I'm alright as long as I can get it in paint.net and change the saturation and the hue on the damn thing. If I can do that, then we're all good. That's all I've done to Oxy's grain sheds over on the arable farm. Stuck it in paint, changed the saturation. Yeah, there's a lighter green, that would do. It's different. Hey Mark. Yeah, this is something different for me. I've done, I wouldn't say flat maps, but yeah, I decided to go a different way with this one. And if there's any MR lovers here, I apologise now. I really do, because standard in-game equipment with something on the back, going up to the cow farm, or going up that hill there. That doesn't look like much, does it? I'll put a 939 on a square baler in a minute, and then I'll show you how much that struggles. Which is kind of a shame, really, because, you know, FS mechanics are limiting what you can actually do in game. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a flat map. Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely tell that. Yeah, it did make me laugh. That point when you was waiting for the sheds, I already had the sheds in my map and working. Not to rub salt in the wounds or anything. You got it done, that's the main thing. Bits of the West Coast can't use. Yeah, we won't be able to do sheep on this, can't get up the hill. Yeah, you're definitely going to have to think about what you're doing on this with MR. Orchard was a cracking map. I ain't going to say too much on that right now. It's had its issues. I'm trying to work my way through them. That's all I'm willing to say on that right now. Oh, too big. I think you probably do, Mark. I actually caught up on the couple of them videos the other day, actually. Ooh, that boom is close off the ground. Yeah, I went a different way in my arable yard. There's I don't think you've seen it yet, Nathan. So welcome to my arable yard. Big open space area. You got your straw. See, this is a well thought out area, really. Pat myself on the back for this one. You got two sheds. You don't have to keep equipment in them. for the amount of barley and everything I've done on this map, I'm probably going to fill both of these sheds with square bales. Wreck the performance of the map. You got the placeable area over here, ideal for the shed add-on. In the straw add-on even. That's where you tip, in here. And that's where you get your grain out there. And you may recognise these bad boys. I love the roller doors. Yeah, them roller doors are pretty cool. And then you got your weighbridge in and out. So it's more of a commercial arable yard, more than anything else. But yeah. Yeah, I do kind of like this. I mean, you see this more in America, I suppose, with the grain elevators and everything. But near me, in a place called Locking Gate, there is a massive grain store. Now, they haven't got this kind of thing here, but it's like a kind of like the Oakfield tipping shed. It's kind of like that, but like with a bottom half that looks like this. So it's kind of taken inspiration from local areas and thrown all together. So what do you think of that for a view? It's not half bad, is it? Hardest challenge was trying to line up terrain over distance, trying to make it look like the valley carried on through. So it does kind of look like the valley carries on in both directions. Yeah, so I thought market is a bit more common over there than it is here, but it is seen within commercial yards. I don't even know where I'm running to right now. I wish I made it, Lancy. I wish I did. No, it was on Modhoster? I think I got off of there. Yeah, I think I got it off of that one. You can tip... I'll get off the road here a minute. So, in-game trailers. You can tip these smaller ones. You can tip the side, ones that which tip out the side. Tipper ones, like these, well, that one's got a roll belt in it. That one's got a push plate. We haven't really... So then you get to trailers, you know, like these, which actually tip up. The whole idea is, can you make a trailer tip with anything, with nothing in it? I'll try and demonstrate a bit, because I know I'm going to end up with people commenting and saying like, oh, I can't get this to, you know, why did you do this? You can't tip in it. Yeah, I'll go around. So I come with my full trailer. No, I do, Mark. So I've actually accidentally made a an American map. Or is it Canada you live? I can't remember where you live, Mark. Is the 1050 going to fit in it? That's the question. Whoa. You gotta watch her, she's got a fat ass. Oh, damn it. Yeah, so this requires some technical driving. No, I can't get the trailer to tip. Anyway, if you've got a tipper on, have the trailer out here, because then your highest point there will tip outside of the shed. 1050 will make room. Yeah, Canada, yeah, I thought, yeah. Yeah, I thought that was right.
control.
Haha. Haha. See, I just thought it was a tip anywhere function. I didn't actually realise that. Oh, that would have been a perfect bit of reversing. Yeah, so when you tipper trailers, you don't want to be in underneath it. You want the trailer out here because the tip. If I go around the other way. The tip collision still goes out to the edge of the concrete both sides on purpose. So you can tipping trailers outside the shed because I got shown a picture of like a 40-foot grain trailer which was a tipper half pipe, and it was in a shed like this, and pretty much the whole thing was outside the shed, but he was still tipping into a grate inside. So yeah, that's the idea behind that. I might have to do like not like a PDF of the map, but maybe a couple YouTube tutorials just to so if anybody says like, oh, I can't do this, can't do that, I can just link my video. That way my YouTube gets more traffic as well. What a beast. Ooh. That better come standard in FS19. If this tractor doesn't come standard in 19, I'm going to use it for clay pigeon shooting. That's what I'm going to use it for. Let's get back to spraying some fields off. So once I got these fields sprayed, I'll probably fast forward time a little bit. And then you get some people who do it on purpose just to watch their trailer flip out inside of it. Which I did when I tested it. I was just like, I wonder if the top of it's got any collision. Found that out the hard way. Yes, the animals are spread far and wide. Just the cat being a pain. So, I'll speed up the walk here. So, an area I haven't shown off yet. So this is the hill which is a challenge for the Crone Big Pack and a 939. So I haven't shown you the sheep farm yet. Wait, I'm going to slow this walk down. So you got yourself a little rundown yard here. And I love the view from this field. I know it's not very realistic because of, like, you know, using the Google Earth images for the terrain, but I just love that view. I feel like I can toot my own horn about this map because I've enjoyed building it so much. It's been my favourite ever to build. So this is the sheep farm. Very simplistic. Got your sheds there. Used a little bit of Farms kit. That's where you can load and sell your sheep. And this is their little pasture. Nice and rocky. Rough area. Sheep, they live anywhere. And one thing you'll notice about this is not every field's got a manual gate. I'll just put these wood gates in for the fields that are linked, because 9 times out of 10 a farmer would leave all these fields open and linked unless he had animals in there. Yeah, I didn't know that. Right, so Z speeds it up on mine, and X does nothing. Oh, I know what does slow it down. Q. Oh, that just resets it. Never mind. Yeah, so if I bring up the PDA, I'll bring up the one in there. So, your sheep, Godfather, is up in this top corner, up here. Your cows are then down here. Your chickens are there. Two closest animals. And then over in this corner is your pig farm. And I don't think I've shown the pig farm yet either. In a big pack with 936 going 1 mile an hour. That'll come a commonplace on this map. Yeah, I've planted a load of canola in the bottom of this valley down here. Oh, yeah, those two fields have definitely got canola. That one straight in front of me, the smaller one, that's got sugar beet in. That one's got canola. Oh, I don't want to go hitting that button because that's linked up to my OBS for changing scenes. Hey Johnny, you want to have a little look at the pigs? I haven't bought any animals yet. I've been focusing on the arable side of this. We're testing this really, but before I submitted the map I gave a little test. Found out that I did the pig straw wrong. And sheep rock, thank you very much. What map? Valley View. I've kind of moved on from naming a map underneath a farm. I do like a general area. It's alright if you got a you know, smallish map, you know, and that's the farm on it. You know, like Learn and other ones, you know, like Penberlin. You know, when you've got such a small map where there's only just the one farm on it, it makes sense. But when you've got a big map which is nearly a full 2x2, a general name of the area becomes a bit more needed. They're available on Thursday the 15th, so Thursday coming I believe. I'm going to swing out wide here with the non-cattle grid option. Whee! And I ain't got MR in, and I'm bouncing like that. So I'm going to drive past the pig bit a minute. Get nice views from this side of the map. And this is your BGA down here, next to the pig farm. 3 silage pits to tip in. 2 lumps of gold. The gold is not hidden on this map, it is easy to find. Meadow Grove, that was it. I could not think of it. Meadow, God knows. Yeah, I thought it was Meadow Grove, but I didn't want to go saying it and then say it wrong. Oh dear. What time is it anyway? Midnight? Yeah, night's still young. So, slurry pit. I better put the gate up here. A little place you can put your spreader or whatever. Bit of a dip in the ground there. Manure storage. Sheds to store stuff in, and your customizable point. Water point is over here. Shed here you can store your potatoes in. Good night, Lancy. No, thank you very much. Look forward to seeing your next map. Much nicer BGA. put it on a platform. Boom, done. A bit like this pig farm, this is on the platform. Anyway, so this shed's for a potato storage. I've put collisions on the walls for that. And this is your sugar beet pad. And considering pigs take grain, there's a grain storage point over here as well. This is the little pig area. This is where you load and unload and sell. Sliding back door. So that's the pigs area there. You got your light switch here for that. Got an external light out here. Yeah, so I've pretty much made all my farms very simplistic on this one. It's a very small BGA. Very small. Yeah. Random weight in the middle of the yard. That's where I sold a somebody's gonna hate me for this, but I sold a John Deere 6R because I just it was excess, and it was between this Massey and that John Deere. So the John Deere bit the bullet, and I kept this Massey because I don't like Massey, but for some reason this model I do like. Yeah, see, Nathan, you gotta think of these things. It's not something that you would really think about like that, really. It's just because I had that one on the other side of the valley, because I've made such a big map, and the grain is all the way over that little concrete platform, all the way over there. I thought that's a bit far to transport it. I thought, where can I put one? I thought, the pigs need grain. I'll put one on the pig farm. There's another forestry area. That one hasn't had so much care put into it. I believe I haven't done these fields. I'll leave this one here for later. We'll get back to this one. Hey, Glengar. Timu? Am I saying that right? Hey. I'm not very good with names. Just a bit. God, that annoys me. Let's hope the AI doesn't miss bits in 19. Late night stream, yeah, hell of a late for me. Listen a little bit here. Yeah, I got the place to myself. The other half has gone out into the town, so I thought, yeah, why not? I mean, I'm not here completely alone. My daughter's in bed. Play the game as well. Nice. God, I can't wait to get this spraying done. If it wasn't for the fact that I want a massive amount of crop off of these things, I wouldn't be doing it. Although I should have ploughed it before I did it if I wanted that much. I feel right at the top of it is going to have some stuff in it. 26 people watching. Honestly, I don't get this many people watching when it's the middle of the damn day. Nobody's asleep anymore. Ooh, work on a Sunday. Ouch. Mind you, I worked last Saturday. Thanks to that snow. It's nice to have snow, but in my line of work, it's just a pain in the ass. And quite dangerous. How many fields do I have missions on? 5. Out of the 60, 5. 1, 2, 3, and 60. Oh, and 11. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 11, and 60. I could have put it on some more, but I could not be bothered. And that's where my lazy side comes in. Don't have to do many weekends. Yeah. I hate weekend work. 2. Well, the way I see it, Nathan, is that we've shown that we can do missions. So, you know. I've seen the judges still ain't announced for our category. 2 out of 83. Not as many as 83 field deaths though, simulation. Although, if you want to talk field deaths, Fenton Win had 110 fields. That's just depressing. It took me a whole Sunday afternoon to do the field deaths on this map, and by the end of it, I could have just quit modding. I need to hire somebody just to do that for me. Especially, you know, it's so tedious when you go to then test your fields and you're out mowing a grass field, you come up against the next one, and you know that the field boundaries with this new script, it brings up a shaded area to show you where the field depths are. So you've taken that time, you know, you've got the script on, you're doing all your corners, all your different bits. You set the field sizes, you go in game, you start testing around, you mow in the edge of a field and it says, you do not own this field. You think for a second. There's a gap between the boundaries on purpose anyway, because the boundaries don't fill out the map. And then you have to make the field depths nowhere near what the field shape is, because you've got to put fields next to each other, like they would be in real life. So, it's ridiculous, it really is. See, I couldn't do that too much, Nathan, because I'm using West Coast fields. Then it's got the cheaper prices on them. So if I just did a square in the middle of the field, each field would be about £10,000. So I've had to not get them exact, but as close as I can get. Yeah, I'll top up in county stores in a minute. So here you can buy your fertilizer and grain, seed, and you will sell pointers against that garage door. So look, even in the centre of town you can fill up. Oh, I'm getting uncomfortable in this seat. Right, am I done spraying? Now comes the joist. Hang on a minute. Which way do I want to go back? I'll go back the other way. Must be bin day here by the look of it. That'll be pretty good, wouldn't it? Put bin bags on a map and then a dust cart goes around on a spline and picks them up. Any shortcuts? Well, Nathan's just said about his shortcut. Yeah, I'll be doing an update as soon as the competition's finished on this map, because the release version, I think it's too late now for me to update it for it to go out. The release version will have a couple lit windows in the sky at night time, just to warn anybody that's watching now. But any shortcuts? Yeah, probably on the field deaths. I probably could have done a lot more missions on fields. Yeah, same Nathan. I think that is the only shortcut I did really. Was fields. They're not as accurate as they could be, but then the ones I did do accurately, the borders were messed up anyway. So. But one thing I don't get is you can't really go moaning about a map that's got a deadline on it. You know, if yeah, sure, if you can build, if you've got as much time as you want to build a map, and you've got, you know, testers that can take a good month to test it, fair enough. I mean, I was my own downfall on this. I could have built this by Christmas, and then had, well, not by Christmas, by the end of January coming into February, and then I could have had a whole month testing. But got a bit slack. Pass it off as a helicopter. Easiest way to place roads? There is no easy way to place roads. They're just, they are what they are. They're an absolute nightmare. Hey, polar bear. Hey, Faye. Oh. Getting a dry mouth. Yeah, well, technically, Nathan, you built 2 maps in the time. You built 2 maps within the time, really. It's very nice of you, Mark. I did put a lot of time and effort into this map. Not as much time as, you know, I could have. But when I took that month off, because I basically burnt myself out at GE, then I come back in and I started putting bits together, and it just felt right, just felt good. And then I was on a roll from that situation. Just went solid right until 2 days before the deadline is when I managed to get the map completed. So I actually went in early. I was allowed to do a quick update on some stuff, but I don't think I can now. Well, thank you very much. Won't be long. Thursday you should be able to have a go around it. I guess I should, in the update I should put like a bench on top of this. Sit up here and just look out over. So I'm going to go get some equipment. I've got a baler down at the dealership I need to pick up. Yeah, well, the stuff you can pull off. Oh well, I think the biggest thing I ever pulled off was deciding until right at the last minute in the Giants competition that yeah, you know what, I will enter it. 6 weeks later, bam, map built. So this has been my funnest and probably my best map to build. Dusty Cove is my greatest achievement map. 6 weeks to build that map. Yeah, I will go that way. Whoop. That's the arable farm. There is no main farm on this map. That's just the arable yard. Hey, Bullet Bill. Went to watch my video and see me stream. Go watch the trailer and then come back. Tell me what you think of it. I'm terrible when I'm driving around maps. I do not look for the traffic. I just pull out and pray. Whee! This is probably the most time I've spent on one of my own maps. Yeah, sure, I do a bit of testing and all that. You know, I've got other people that do testing and stuff for me. I pop in and out a game. I might get halfway through a map. Think, yeah, I'm gonna have a bit of time off. And steering wheel wasn't down all that time. And yeah, so I quickly move in and out of my maps and all that, and then I normally get sick of it. So I don't really want to be on it, especially when I'm building it as well. So yeah, so this one here I'm up to 12 hours playing now. I mean, my most played map on this is when the West Coast came out. That's my most played map, and I did 120 hours on that map. And for me, that's unusual. The last time I was putting in them kind of figures was FS13. Oh, you gotta be in tractor, ain't you? What is the... yeah. My mic's gone all twisted again. There we go, now it's logged in. There we go. I mean, the modelling on this thing is, you know, you should go and check out Crone UK's videos on their big packs. Because this is, you know, I wish I could model that good. Who knows, if I put the blender time in, I may well do. So we haven't got anything to bail right now, which is a bit gutting. As bailing is one of my favourite jobs. Oh, I was going to show you like the speed up that hill, wasn't I? Alright, so this is a 939 with the big pack. I know the big pack's quite heavy. Welcome back, Bill. What did you think? Yeah, I kind of wish this one was a manual refill. I mean, you know, that's pretty manual, but not as manual as the Ultima was, where you had to pick up the twine and stuff. Mind you, I think refilling all these little twines would have done my head in. Right, so we're doing 37 now. We've got a bit of a windy road up here. Try not to clip the cliffs, because you're going to need as much speed as you possibly can up here. Reading the chat doesn't help. And she's dying. She's dying. We're not halfway up the hill and she's dying. 10 mile an hour. And this is with one of the biggest tractors in the game. Well, one of the biggest tractors that makes sense in the game. Press down much stuff you've managed to fit into the map given the time frame. Well, thank you very much, Bullet Bill. Only I made the mistake of watching Shy Wizard's tutorials after the competition. I had 3 days off this week off work and I was I was catching up on all that, like how to do stuff properly. And now I'm thinking, damn, I could have put like animated horses in at the stables. I could have put even more in. Problem is with mapping, as you know, Bill, I don't think enough is ever enough. So there you go, 9 miles an hour, and that's not working up this hill. Whoop. Everyone said that about the dual carriageway. Yeah, I made it the centerpiece of the map. So here we go, on this hill from a standing start, with the machine working. So if you're doing square bells in them fields, do not expect any more than 4 miles an hour uphill. And you better have a big tractor to go with it. I do give you a New Holland T7 and a 939 as standard. So I give you big tractors to get around the map. Yeah, the judges haven't been announced on FSUK yet for the map category. Get brown nosing. No, you're not going to be using MR there because you won't just be spinning on the spot. Yeah, you do have to draw a line underneath it, especially when you start adding stuff, and then you know, you got to think about optimization and all that good stuff, all the stuff that puts an imaginary line in our imaginations, I suppose you can call it. Oh hell. Yeah, I was ill a few weeks ago. And I haven't been right since, really. It was the virus that was going around everywhere at the time, and it's kind of really knocked the stuffing out of me even now. So, you know, technically I shouldn't be doing this now, because I was meant to have my first motocross race tomorrow. But with the weather that we've had down in the southwest, with flooding, it's cancelled. So, I've got tomorrow back to do whatever I please, which, knowing me, will probably be either playing this or maybe redoing that DEM on that new map I was saying about. I'll save that one for later on. Looking forward to doing some bailing. I ain't too worried about fertilising any more grass fields for the time being. We shall speed it up. We'll come out here for the night time. So I think this is the edited version where I have got rid of the lights above the woods. I just slow time down. So in the version that's currently uploaded to FSUK, the lit windows which I've used on the houses, there is a couple over the far side of the map over there, and there's one like right above here. One right above all this. Oh yeah, I've got a solar panel field in this map, by the way. There's like one right here above the woods. So before you get on FSUK when the map's released and start saying you've got floating lights, I know. Have I raced? Funny to say that. I am thinking about racing Western this year. Should be an experience. The problem is I've got to spend out an enduro tank for my bike then, and for my KXF 250 an enduro tank costs like 300 quid, and entry for Western is 150 quid alone, so
Probably not, depending on what money I got at the end of the year. Yeah, I think that's the only way, because you ain't going to be able to test something properly until it's out to the masses. It's alright having a test team of 100 people, but them 100 people may not come across the things that the millions, well, not in this case, but thousands of people will come across. So the only true testing is to put it out for the public. Have you raced over, Jordan? It's meant to be racing at Little Hempston in Devon tomorrow, but rained off. Seven maps in the end. Oh. What was I doing? Fast forwarding time. Sorry, I started watching chat too much. As you can see, just in the very background over there, you can see lights. Sorry, Bill. I took your TV antenna, like tower things. Only the one, just over there. Ooh, nighttime's creepy in this place. Speed it up. Let's get some daylight in here. Whoa. Ooh, nice. Get mechanics right, release and let the floating trees sort themselves out. At least you don't need a stump grinder if you've got floating trees. No, this is just in here as testing. I put it in on my first look, which you'll get to see my first look tomorrow. I put it in just to show you why I've left this massive concrete space in this yard. It's for that. Sorry about that, I needed a drink. Yeah, so I left this concrete space on purpose so you can fit the straw add-on shed in. Although Creative Mesh had said in a recent update on their Facebook page that you can now put in a dummy shed or something along them lines, so you know what to build around the shed, so you know where the shed will fit. Yeah, it is a good background feature. From where I am in Cornwall, if I travel 5 minutes up the road, which is up to the top of a hill, you can see North Cornwall's TV mast and South Cornwall's TV mast. So, you know, like on your west coast where you can see one either side, it's very much like that in Cornwall. I'll see you later on, Bullet Bill. Thanks for coming along. Floating trees don't stand a chance. Trying to think what to do now. See, this is the problem when you put seasons in. Without seasons, I get bored of a map. I make a load of bales, load of grain. Well, that's that. In seasons, you know, kind of, you've got to make straw and all that to survive over the winter time. But then you get bits like this where you're waiting for things to grow. Nothing really. Whilst the, you know, the grass isn't fully grown yet. Right, we're going to our first day of summer. Oh, rain. Nice. Well, we ain't got any wood chips. A horse. Oh. This is the non-edited version, so the version that's uploaded... so this is the FS UK version that's currently uploaded to them. Look! I haven't got the horse mod. I'm gonna need it, I think. Look. Random floating light. So there you go. Can't say I didn't warn you. We have got a floating light. Blue sky. It's because it's summertime. Yeah, so there's a floating light there, and can you see them in the distance over there? They're actually beyond the map, I believe. Mod Mania Kenku is 15th. It's out on the 15th of this month. I think them windows took Fallen Stars to a whole new different level. Yes, I can see them. Shut that gate. Pretty sure that's them. Straight ahead of me, right there. Right, let's keep on fast forwarding it. Square stars. And that shall do for that. Oh, I know one thing I've forgotten here. Is that S? So we're on that timeline now. I'm gonna have to get planting corn soon. I'll probably do that off camera. I don't think you want to see that. Want to see a bit of mowing though? Wait. There they go. No, Massey's go anywhere. That's when it's turned 90 degrees. I think I might have done that on a couple of the windows down on that town actually. Not too sure. Ah, no, I know which map I did that on. Bring on error. Who's error? Mowers. Mowing is the new yoga. Judge that. Oh, come on. Look, there's gap there. I would have made that. You all seen it. I would have made it. Let's ditch that though. No, I slurried a lot of these fields. Oh dear, I'm going to have to go fill up with diesel before I go out there. That's alright, we'll start on this field right here. Everything's full of slurry around here. And there's ready to go out. So we'll just fill up. For a Fent 828. like I say, I'm not a massive, you know, I love Arco stuff, but I'm not a massive lover of Massey, but just the sounds and everything on this model just seems right. I don't actually mess with the animations on this. I got it wrong, Glengar. This one I thought did have an implement camera, but I'm just going to do this quickly, just to show. See, now when I was playing with this, where are we to here? I'll get it the same setup. Standard. So when I was playing with this, then when I switched the cameras, it put the plough on. Now, it just swaps between the two. So let's go down to the store and I'll show you what I mean. So what I'm thinking is, someone's put a camera, whoever made the Raptor ploughs, has put a camera on the plough. So there's your tractor one. There, look. So I'm guessing, Glengar, that the plough's got the camera, not the tractor. Because I went to show it earlier and I was like, why is it not doing it? It's because I didn't have the plough on. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the plough has a camera. Yeah, it's good for cinematic, very good for that. Yeah, you can zoom out on it and all that. In a way, it'd be kind of nice if all implements come with a camera. Ah, did he? They're very nice ploughs, I love them. I think they're really nice. So Mark McCormick, yes, is a Landini right, both beacons. It's a Landini reskin. It's out there somewhere. It is. I actually kinda like it. When I was messing about on Pen Berlin, I used this. Brilliant tractor for that map. So as you can see on the steering wheel, it's a Landini reskin. So yeah, I think it's quite a good tractor. It's not a bad reskin, does the job. There's no errors in my log for it anyway, so can't moan too much. And that is quite annoying when you load the tractor up and it's on the plough. So on. There we go. Right, she's all filled up. Yeah, it's not a bad reskin. Not sure. Well, you can change the colour of it. Oh, you want about the McCormick or the plough? Because I know the plough you can change whatever colour you want. Just opening the second bottle of beer here, don't mind me. Don't drink and mow, it's bad for you. Ah, has it? Oh, that's interesting. I might have to go and have a look at that.
I have to go and get my eggs out from the chickens in a minute. Well, you can see a damn thing then. Oh, an hour and 40 minutes. I did not think I'd been streaming that long. This is going to go for silage anyway. I'm going to do wagon silage. As much as I love self-propelled foragers, I'm a sucker for when it comes to silage of doing wagons. You only get a little bit of wagon silage near me, but I do enjoy doing it. Amount of people watching has just dropped like 5 people instantly. Oh my god, I've been watching him for nearly 2 hours. I'm out of here. How many fields do you start with? I don't know, because I've bought a load since then. 16, I know that much. The field I'm in now. 5 and 4, 17 and 18, 52, and I think that's it. Yeah, I think I got like 10 or so fields you start with, but you do start with the biggest arable. I didn't realise it until tonight. You do actually start with the biggest arable field on the map, which is, if you're not using seasons, is already seeded for you. So now off to the next one. You see a bit more colour coming into the map now. Now fields have started blooming a bit. It's a shame that lot over there isn't into the point of yellow. So that's all canola over that end. I think the other half is drunk. Oh dear. Oh. Time to lay back and chill. Good night, Glengar. Have fun at work tomorrow.
See, this is where I love mowing. Stick cruise control on and just drive around. I'll tidy up them corners afterwards. Whee. Farm sim and chill. I did that on my save game of the West Coast, and I went back the next day to put a first layer of slurry on it, and I realised I missed about 4 bales that was up against the hedge. Because in the dark you cannot see a damn thing on that map. I should go back to that save at some point, maybe stream some on it. Ooh, HGV test, nice. Hell, I'm only now doing my car test. Although HGV is on my list. Means I get a better paid job at my place where I work, so... Yeah, there's always that one, at least one, ghost bale that always escapes. Okay, tidy this corner up here. How did you know that it has to be a Dennis? Technically it's a Volvo wrapped in crap. So, you know. Because Dennis is a Volvo chassis. And then Dennis come along and think, that's quite a good chassis. We'll ruin that. Oh yeah, that's one point. This map has Bullet Bill's collision hedges in it, so bales and headers won't go through. Mainly just because if you want to do round bales and how steep the hillsides are. Although if you know what you're doing, that wouldn't happen. But you know. Make a nice screenshot, wouldn't it? No point in folding the front one. I think I can fit through the gates. Well, all that space and I still mess it up.
Whee. It's close, nearly ripped the deck off then. Standard County Council. Yeah. What's the cheapest way we can collect rubbish? Oh, I know, a dentist. Although their Olympus range is actually really good and really comfortable. So I can't knock them for their Olympus range, but they've doubled the amount of sensors in the thing, and there's one place there's a computer and a sensor does not belong, and that's in a dust cart. Playthrough won't go through. Ooh, and a DAF. DAF's, yeah. Is that the rigid frame? Is it like a curtain cider kind of thing? Well, that's what they use down there for the HTV test. A manual, like rigid body curtain cider thing. Two of my friends have actually just passed their HGV with the company as well, which is good for them. Probably should have done a second one, but this field's quite long and narrow. Yeah, the seats tend to fall apart on them things. Our driver had to have a new seat. We had the FTA come and do a random inspection on our trucks, and our truck failed because the driver's seat had sponge showing, so the company had to fork out for a new seat on it. And they also picked up a cracked bumper. Now, FTA normally is, you know, is it safe to go on the road, but they're picking up on trivial things just because they don't like the company. How dare you, Nathan? Grain silo at the pigs. That's rude. That's my idea. Patent pending. I think that's all mapping is really. Ooh, that's a good idea. I'll stick out my map. I know I'm guilty of that. She's not coming up with good ideas. Oh no, you can't argue. No, not a chance. Especially when they got the power just to say, right, you're shut down, you're off the road. What was I think about it? This is the joys of having as much money as you got. Thank you, Creator Tools. I shall have that wagon. Where are they to? Wheel loader. Red and black is the kind of thing that I like. Yellow on it, and that's ready to go when all this is Rin Road. Uploading now. Did you upload like a base copy, I suppose is the best way of putting it, and now you've done these updates to it? Because if that's the case, then I'm gonna try and get them windows out of the sky and then put in another edition ready for release. How about a farm BGA? It's kind of what my pig area is. That's interesting. I'll speak to Bullet Bill tomorrow, make sure that's all okay, just in case. Especially since I've already had the map tested twice by an FSUK tester. And I wonder how many mods FSUK's got lined up at the minute to be tested, because I put Penn Berlin in about 4 days ago now and it's still waiting. Oh, I need to go this way, don't I? Yeah, so I think Sunday's your last day to upload it. Ooh, days. I gotta get on that then. Be doing that as soon as I wake up tomorrow. Funny thing is, I won't go to bed until like 3 o'clock this morning, and then I'll be up again at 7. Yay, kids. Yeah, FSUK is making a bit of a comeback, and I think that's because Giants, okay, fair enough, make it so maps and mods are brilliant, you know, to come out, you know, up to their standard. You know, they are paying the modders for having them on there, but I strongly believe they're putting new modders off. I really do, because it just, some of the things, like, you know, failing Oakfield on a hose pipe that was a little bit off the ground. Okay, what was that? Computer decided to reboot his second hard drive. So yeah, so, you know, I really do think that they are pushing their limits with modders, really. You know, I mean, I completely understand of why they're doing it, you know. I encourage that kind of thing. Push yourself, make better mods and better maps. But if you're making it too hard for new modders to come into it and all that, you know, I don't need the money like that. You know, I mod so I can get these things out for you guys, the community, so you can go and enjoy a fictional bit of my imagination. You know, a bit of my imagination I've managed to actually put onto something, you know. It's nice to be able to be creative and then other people to enjoy that bit of criticism that you got. I'm not jumping through hoops for a company just to make 20 quid out of it. Dusty Co's made a bit more than that, but that's beside the point. Being asked in on Sunday. Okay. I'll do that first thing tomorrow then. Mod Mania maps are out on the 15th, this Thursday. Yeah, mine should be alright because it's been tested twice. So if I just put in the changelog that just random floating lights are gone. It's all out on the 15th. Category awards. When is it, Nathan? It's the end of March, isn't it? The 28th of March or something like that. It's all voting closes, or something like that, and then announced on the 1st or something like that. I don't know. Can't quite remember. Yeah, they come out on the 15th, and I think voting closes the 28th, and then it's all announced on the 1st when Matt's DLC should be out, as that's the prize you win. Why does my computer keep doing that? It's never streamed for this long, it's having a meltdown, I expect. Yeah, you get a vote on the maps and mods and everything. Yeah, I can understand that symbolism there, Mark. Yeah, it is like that. And the turnaround is too long. Yeah, I don't think they understand how much pressure a modder is actually under when you're getting a ridiculous amount of inboxes each day. Where's the map? When's it coming out? You know, what's going on with the map? You know, you peep your head up in a stream. Oh, hello, yeah, when's it coming out and all that? Yeah, it's I don't think they understand it. I mean, fair enough, you know, they are finally getting to grips with the modding community, but they don't understand the modding community because they've never really been a part of it. So we might see an improvement in FS19, but the way it's going on, you know, I'll be quite happy for Penberlin to go up. Maybe Orchard when I finally, if I get that map done. You know, that go into beta. Put it all into beta. I don't care if I don't get like full whack because it's a beta mod. I don't even care about getting the money. Sure is a nice touch, but you know, they're on a massive learning curve, so they don't really have much experience in the way of dealing with modders, so it's as new to them as it is to us with having to deal with them. So personally, I think Giants are doing a brilliant job when it comes to the game, but that's about it. Yeah, up until FS19 at least. I'm going to see what it's like in FS19, but the rest of my mods for this game will be up on FSUK. It's kind of nice. It's like going back home. Yeah, my very first map I ever released publicly on a website was Penberlin Farm on FSUK. And looking through my uploaded files and seeing Penberlin there and then Penberlin Deluxe for this game, it's like I've come home. Yes, this will be. What have I got released? Penberlin on Free Dudes, Dusty Cove on Mod Hub, and this one will be on FSUK, and Penberlin's on FSUK, which will hopefully come out. There's another map which I am currently working on, which will come out on FSUK, and then rest of my effort, as much as what I've just said, is a map I'm starting from scratch, designed with conversion to the next game in mind, and a very slow pace one. So whether that will get released for this game, I don't know, but so I'm hoping I have like 5 by the time FS19 comes out. Is all this filled in it? Yeah. Yeah, you may see this map. As far as I'm concerned, from 15 to 17, it's such a pain to convert maps. That's why I'm not keen on converting Venom win across, because even Penn Berlin working on that, I mean, working on converted maps is actually a drag. You've been there, you've done that. Working on new maps like this, and Dusty Cove, nice new maps, is so nice. Go, go, go. So nice to be doing new maps, but you know, I probably will be bringing this one across to 19. Imagine this map with the new lighting that we've seen in that photo. Be a stunner. So yeah, probably this and Dusty Cove, but you know, it'll be the last you see of Penn Berlin. Seal it, and I've still got this issue with you do not own this field. And in 19, Willow Tree Farm will be making a comeback. Only it'll be bigger and better. Don't know if any of you played that in 15. Started off as my Giants contest map, my first ever public release map. And what a shambles that was. I ain't too bothered about ground deformation. Right, there's one point that you know, people have. Hang on a minute, I'll take a drink. So we got people saying they want ground deformation, which would be pretty cool in FS19. You know, oh, we want to see John Deere, we want to see class. You know what? One of the greatest things they could bring into FS19, and they could have done it in a patch for this game, is when you load into a damn game, and I've painted this in Giants Editor as a ploughed texture. I want, when you first load up a map, this not to show up as it needs ploughing. It's put in as ploughed texture. It doesn't need ploughing because it's never been planted on. Yeah, you can turn off periodic ploughing and all that, but where's the fun in that? You want a bit of realism to it. So if you paint it in Giants Editor as ploughed, it shouldn't come up as need ploughing. So like, wrong arrow. So that field I just went and looked at, number 42. It needs ploughing. The grass fields need ploughing. And you've got the free period of ploughing. So you plough it, you plant 3 times, and then you have to plough again. Why not start that from 0 rather than 3? Why do you have to plough every field as soon as you go into game? Start on everything as 0, nothing's been planted, nothing's been done anything on. Otherwise you spend hours. Your first few hours technically on a map should be spent ploughing all the grass fields, all the arable fields. That's just one thing I want fixed for 19. And we got field boundary issues here. And these have been adjusted already. Oh well, square in the middle of the field it is then. I mean, I would have bought them fields anyway for grass, but bit beside the point. See, this is what testing brings up. Back up to 21. I dropped down to 18 now. I'm back up to 21 people watching. Every time I go on a rant, my numbers go up. I love it. So, chat's gone a bit quiet. What's everyone playing? What are you doing? Just pop out for a second. Let me know what you're up to. Getting lonely here with the chat going slow. when I get angry, you could call me a dust devil. That's a bad joke. It's too early or too late. I can't really don't really know which one's which for that. I just finished watching your Understanding with Peter J earlier today. Yeah, I've been very impressed with that that series. It's a good series. So interesting getting to know, you know of all these modders and all that, but to actually speak and hear them speak, and I know like SimStation East streams anyway and that, but to get to know the person a bit better it's a good thing. I really like it. Seasons take grass taken out of cow and sheep feeding needs. Yeah. And I wonder if we are... There was something on Discord, on the Giants Discord, probably about a month or so ago, that I can't remember which one. It was one of their, one of Giants' lots, and people were saying about being able to move the cows and sheep and everything to different pastures. And there was like an ominous answer, that it would be good to be able to move your animals, and the grass actually disappears in there. Bold enough to start it all off. Oh, thank you for letting me be the first one to start it all off. Anytime you want to do another one like that, and I've got the time, I'm more than willing to do a part 2 if you want. See, it's really weird, really. You think modders and all that are, they all know each other. I bet they speak and everything, but that Understanding series, you learn so much about different modders, because we don't really talk that much. I talk to Bullet Bill and Oxygen David and all them ones, but I don't think I've ever had a conversation with Flatlander, and I've never spoke to Peter J before. So that series is an eye-opener, shall I say. Getting for the beginning of season 2. Way. I'm gonna have to write up a contract at this rate. Just do a part 2 on this map as a tour. Get some ponies and ride it. Oh, see, now that would be a good idea. Breaking ground here. If I get another map out for FS17, should do a pony tour on it with all 3 of us. That video will either go very well or very bad. No appearance fees. I'm out. Should get EUSTACE to come along as well. Hey, pilot.
Oh, yeah.
Spam a lots here. Cheers, Mark. It's quite funny. At the beginning of each year, I think, yeah, I'm gonna take my YouTube a bit more seriously this year, and then something happens, and I can't. And there's big changes coming in my life this year, very big changes, and it's nights like this which is the only opportunity I'm gonna be able to get to do stuff, or videos where I'm not talking, I'm making trailers for maps, things like that. Yeah, there's a big change on the horizon. And it may not be good for this farm sim or YouTube, but
you know, real life comes first.
Earn that spanner, Mark. Have I bought a pony?
No, my pony's my motocross bike. Speaking of that pony mod,
Just, you know, when it comes up 1 horsepower,
I don't know what it was, but when I first noticed that, it did give me a little bit of a chuckle. That's expensive.
oh, yeah, I've just had my front forks rebuilt this week. That's cost me 65 quid, only for the race to be cancelled tomorrow. So yeah, that was worth rushing and spending all my money on.
But at least they're done now.
Horses like to think, yeah.
So mind you, sometimes I think my bike's got an imagination of its own.
Yeah, I spent the first 19 years of my life working with horses. No, obviously not when I was a baby, but, you know,
I was around horses from
as soon as I was born. And from about 12 till 19, I was working with racehorses.
It was quite good.
That's where my farming side come in.
I do miss horses, but I just don't think I got the time to be able to look after a horse. I don't know whether that's progression or backwards. Maybe you've just gone full circle. So you started off with horses and you moved on to you know, bikes, tractors, that kind of thing. Now you moved into the digital era, where you ride horses in a digital land, which is primarily for tractors. Yeah, it's definitely the right call. Tractors all day long. Yeah, there's horses, but, you know, tractors rule, horses drool. Some of them quite literally. Yeah, you can't knock horse riders, I suppose. So I suppose, Mark, you're absolutely loving the fact that FS19's got horses in it. See, now there's a conspiracy theory for you. Right. FS13 had login in it made by BM Modern. Next thing, FS15's got login in it. What if in FS17 that's a Giants engineer that's made them horses, made that pony mod, and in FS19 that's what the horses are going to be like. Ah, and there you go. Maybe that's something to do with an announcement. Hey Rob, thank you very much. So oh no, now I've lost cruise control. Some of them are stuck up. Not all of them, but yeah, a lot of them reckon because they're on a horse they have got right of way. Oh, I was going to say, see that concrete patch over there, there's unplaceables there. Hurry to here. Right, let me out the door. So you got placeable area here, Rob, where you can put the straw out on the shed. And no, I bet they don't. Bet they jump right on the hedge. Then you got a second placeables, Rob, at the end of this road by the roundabout. There you go, you got a big placeables area there. Yeah, that's true, and they still haven't got login down, so, you know, what are we looking at? 21, 23, FS23, and horses will actually be worth their value. By then there'll be some other gimmick in it, like sugarcane, you know, that's, what a gimmick. Still stand by what I said in Simulations for the Nation Understanding episode I did with him, where in a world now where eco crops and things like that are a big thing, miscanthus should be a new crop. Because it is currently the world's leading eco crop and fastest growing eco crop.
Hell, I mean, miscanthus is even used for animal bedding.
Yeah, it did. It did just open up another market. I understand why they did it. You know, it's all marketing. You've got to think from a business point of view on these things. But I say, out of place. I mean, the only thing I did have a quick go at trying to do my own version of sugarcane after it come out, but it's a bit hard. Yeah, horses do have to come in for an actual purpose. I mean, you know, what are they going to come in for? You're going to be able to herd your cattle? You know, we know that there's going to be an American map. You know, you're going to be able to herd your cattle with it. You breed horses, sell them on. You know, ones that don't quite make it, you know, do you get a glue factory on the map or something like that? You know, there was head up about pigs being in the game because of what, you know, what they go through in real life with, like, going to butchers and all stuff like that. Can you imagine if you put horses in the game to sell off? Giants faced quite a backlash for the pigs bit. Racetracks. We can have a Kentucky Derby. How about that? Alright, if we can race them, we've all got to meet up in multiplayer just after the game's released. And you've got to have a modern and YouTuber derby race. I bet the views will come in on that. I ought to stream late at night more often. I come up with brilliant ideas when I'm tired. YouTuber versus modern derby. Shoot the ducks. Turn up on a little Shetland pony. Legs touching the floor. Yeah, it's a very valid point. If they was to do it like that, they would have to completely rethink the animal side of it. The only way they can do it really is to code in the fact that you can put, like as a modder, put 2 nav meshes in. Or, you know, maybe have a maximum of 3, so you've got 3 fields across your map. You can have 3 fields across your map where you can move that certain animal. So you're still limited, but you can move them. Yeah, it would be a good use for smaller out yards. I'll see you later on, Mark. Thanks for joining and staying here for as long as you have. It's appreciated. And thank you very much. I hope I do alright in the contest. Have a good night, Matt. Or day. I don't know what time it is over there. Yeah, you don't really need the transport box, so yeah, it would come in handy. It would make more sense to be able to do that, because it wouldn't take much to have the animal loading triggers at the gateways of them fields where you can move them to. Like you say, if you've got, like Nathan said, if you've got a smaller out farm somewhere, like a satellite yard out somewhere, and it's got like you can have like a small cow barn, like a little cow shed. Wouldn't have to be like the full-blown dairy. You could have a small... So now that would be good. You can move your dairy herd around, and you have to bring them back for the milking parlour at like 5 o'clock, and then you have to milk them before they go out in the morning, that kind of thing. But then we're thinking too much sim. Even though it's called Farming Sim, it is an arcade-ish game. So we're probably, you know, thinking a bit too much into it. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. It'd be nice to see calves, actually smaller cows. I mean, Christ, even Minecraft's got baby animals in it. It wouldn't take much for when your numbers start going up, you're seeing calves mixed in on the nav mesh when they gradually grow up. I think they need to start aiming more for the sim side of things. I understand trying to keep the arcadic kind of side into it. Makes it, in that respect, makes it simpler for the younger crowd to enjoy. You know, that don't know much about farming and all that. It makes it simplistic and easy for them. Although in Farmers Weekly, last week's issue I think it was, FarmSim was featured in there, as agricultural colleges and that have started using FarmSim for ploughing techniques and stuff like that. So it is heading more down the simulator route. Oh yeah, I missed the milk truck. Yeah, they will bring that back again. Yeah, it was quite an interesting read actually, in that Farmers Weekly about how colleges are going about using this game and teaching students techniques and, you know, like driving ability stuff. Quite weird. No, meeting out on Spring Hill was a nightmare. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Especially the funding schools tend to get when it comes to computers now. Yeah, you never know. End up special guest. Get invited to the Duchy College. And today we have a farm sim mapper. Mine is teaching about farming, not mapping, and it's a, you know. Do they? I'd like to have a go at that. I applied for a job with Caterpillar years and years ago. Well, not years and years, probably about 5 years ago, but I didn't quite make it, which I was quite gutted about. Part of my work experience when I was in secondary school was working alongside I was like working for my the local clay company here. Well, not local, they're a French company, but local in the area. And I went to, because like I went to college and did engineering, and I spent the week my work experience in secondary working alongside Cat with their big front end loaders and the big dumper trucks, their articulated trucks, all that kind of stuff. That was a good week. Probably the best week of work I've ever had. Wow, I've been going a while. 2 hours 40 minutes. What time is it? I could probably go for another 10 minutes and then I shall call it a night. Get this field done and then I'll call it there, I think. Ooh, nice. Never had a go in one. No, I sat in one. That's about it. I never actually been able to ever do anything in one. Driven dumpers, but never a excavator. I had a go once in a Bell 30D, I think it was. So the 30-ton articulated truck, like the rock trucks they use on Gold Rush, that kind of thing, but the Bell version of the Volvo basically. Yeah, they are a good bit of kit. Comfortable cap. Hell of a comfortable cap. Cheers for coming along, Simulation for the Nation. I shall see you around. Thank you for joining me for as long as you have. I think I'm going to park this one up over here. And I'm going to call it a stream, I think. Been going for 2 hours and 45 minutes. Well, thank you for joining me on this live stream of Valley View. I hope you like what you see. As far as I know, the map should be with you on Thursday. So don't forget to download and vote on it as well. So thank you everybody for coming along.